Hello, my name's Okada, and welcome back to Pixel Perfect Season 2. Today we're going to start episode 11, and as you can see behind me, the Fixmas event has started for this year. Now, it's going to be pretty early into it, so there's not going to be a whole lot to do because Fixmas is gated behind the advent calendar that's behind us. But that's perfectly fine. It's something we're going to be able to work on throughout the event. But more importantly, today we're going to try to do things a little differently. We're going to experiment with some format changes. First of all, we're going to try to keep this as a relatively short episode, shorter than what we normally do, which is fine because part of the other experiment is going to be the content. You see, we don't really have anything that we want to build right now because we are entering the explore and expand phase. In last episode, we unlocked the jetpack, but we have a couple other things we still need to do that's going to help us with exploration and enabling us to expand. So let's cut to the brand. So I'll see you in a second. So in the interest of keeping this relatively short, we're going to try to get things done in a logical order because I do have a lot I want to get done. We need to have, of course, the shuttle going back and forth. So we need to start today with getting our manufacturer. Boo, boo, boo. And why is the manufacturer so important for today? Well, boys and girls, let me show you. Let's jump manufacturer, it's a big boy. And we need, I did that because I wanted to get out of my inventory. We need to leave these bad boys and something I have it with me. I do not. Give me just a moment. And a little plug-in. Yeah, so I already ran and got all the materials. We need these. So you can see they're flowing in. We need to make a few of these so that we can unlock the Dimensional Depot. Oh, I've been waiting for a very long time for this. That's gonna be so cool. Because today it's gonna be about exploring and expanding. And I wanna have access to materials when we're not at home base. And the materials we're gonna need, well, they're largely going to center around a different unlock. Let's actually update the sign. I know the thing hasn't gotten back yet. All right, so much inventory. You know what, let's clean this up a little bit. Don't need that much on hand. Here, emergency supplies. Close enough. Because again, we're going to go exploring and I want to have access to the materials that we're going to need for setting up trains. Now, we're not going to set up a bunch of elaborate stations today, but what we want to do is when we're exploring is we want to decide where are we going to do our manufacturing for rubber and plastic versus oil production. So right now we have over here in the corner our temporary setup, just, one little miner and that's it, one little extractor. Now, this is still a candidate. We could set up our manufacturing over there, but I'm not real eager to, for reasons I haven't really discussed yet when it comes down to the way we're going to set up our hub and our warehousing, but this is kind of far off. It's more or less the least ideal location. But over here on the west coast, there is a ton of oil, and all the way up here somewhere-ish in the Spire Coast is even more. They rebalanced the nodes throughout the map, and I have not done that exploration of that map. So today we are going to go running around. We're going to map out how many and what the quality is of the nodes here. We're going to do that up here. We're going to look for some hard drives as we go. We're going to pick up Fixmas presents, and we will be bouncing over here as well to map these out. But before that, we want to have the materials available for us in case we decide that, hey, this is a location where we want to build. We can drop down at least a temporary station and start running rail line all the way back towards the hub, or at least towards the neighborhood. Now there's a couple of other unlocks we need to do first. Boy, it's taking a long time for this boy to get back to us. Come on, shuttle. What's the timer on it? Is it going to tell us? It's not telling us. Okay. You know, I might have a mod that's hiding that. But we need to do petroleum power next, because right now our oil is not actually running because it's backed up with fuel, and we'll need to be able to drop down a couple of fuel burners just so that it's not backed up, not because we need the power. And then after that, we'll come back and we'll unlock our trains. So while we have a few moments, we're waiting on everything, let's look at the new advent calendar. This is new to me. Enter to open calendar. I don't even know what day we're on. It is still fairly early into the Fixmas, so we'll probably cut to me finding each one of them. One looks pretty obvious to me. And again, we can only go so far because there are specific days that things get unlocked. Fixmas data cartridge. That sounds like an unlocked thing. Excellent. Close that door back up. Number 2. If I did this live on stream, everyone would be yelling at me. There it is. There it is. Get my eyes checked. 2. Obelisk. That's an interesting one. A pulse obelisk? Shockwave. Okay, that's interesting. I don't remember those. Maybe I didn't use them. Number 3. An ornament trinket. Well, that's it. Oh, that just disappeared. I wonder what that's for then. I thought we would need it for one of our first crafts. Number 4, we saw that up here. Ooh, another data cartridge. Number 5. Snowballs. Oh, clever. Look, 6 is part of the handle. It's the trigger. Oh, I like it. That's great. Oh, Fixmas skins. Cool. 7. What's a big one? Stun rebar. Let's go into storage. Number 8. Ooh, another cartridge. Nice. More progress. I assume we're running out. We should be for 9. Oh, free coupons. We'll take those. Now I'm thinking 10 won't work. I know I spotted it earlier. Oh, right. It's on the little screen here. I bet that's not going to work. It is not. Okay, so 10, 11, 12, all those will be in the future. Probably be unlockable before this episode is released. But we have 3 cartridges, which means we can probably make some progress in the tree. It's going to be, I think, in here. Shuttle should be back by now. Did it get lost? Is it bugged? Nope. I can hear it. Wow, that was really gone a long time. I mean, really long time. We got our resources together for this and everything. Okay, actually, let's grab these. Grab that. Finally make the unlock. Awesome. Oh, look at all these other things. All right, so what I understand about the depot is that we load items into it. It adds some kind of interface on our inventory, and we can just pull them out from wherever we're at. And we're going to want to use that so that we can have at least some basic materials coming in that we'll be able to use for, you know, train stuff and just various other things. Oh, here it is. Excellent. I have a mod that removes the new, so, you know, I don't get the new sign on there, which makes me happy. Oh my goodness, that's a big boy. So we don't have our inventory. Let's do all. Depot. Yeah, it is a it is a big boy. Does it not require power? That doesn't require power. Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, so we can drop items on it, and we can load, of course, by my belt. So let's just. Okay, 15%. So it's going to take a little while for this to upload. That's fine. It's inventory. Oh, all right, excellent. Okay, so we're going to want to set these up for the basics that are needed for train stuff. Let's hang on. Let's let's unlock trains right now. I want to do petrol power, but we need to, since these take a while. Let's get that set up first. Oh man, I've been waiting so long for trains. I love trains. Gimme, 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 gimme. I feel like a kid at Christmas. I get my own train set. All right, don't stay away so long this time. Okay. A refresher course on what it's going to take to do trains. Steel beam. All right, steel beams and steel pipe. I remembered steel beams. I'd forgotten the steel pipes. All right, so we're going to need to be able to load steel beams and steel pipes into the dimensional depot. And of course, we're going to want a regular supply of concrete, foundations and whatnot. And I imagine we'll just do some other basic stuff. We probably won't need, like, so the materials for platforms. All right, plastic. Oh, that's interesting. It's showing in the inventory that I have 25. Okay, okay, here we go. Take from no, not by default, right? I want it to go from inventory, not from the depot by default. Okay, glad we spotted that. All right, so we'll have the stuff that we need for train station and whatnot, but we don't need to have those on regular feed. Especially because, did I see that right? Yeah, so the depot takes a Mercer sphere. We don't want to have those all over the place, right? We have a limited supply of those. Okay, so I'm going to, no, I don't need that. I'm going to run and set up one of these for steel pipes, steel beams, and a regular source for concrete. And I'll be right back. All right, the shuttle is back. We've got one more unlock we got to do. Goodness, I really got to manage my inventory better. Oh. And again, this is going to allow us to prevent our rubber and plastic manufacturing from backing up. Now, of course, we're not doing our full, thing yet, but we do have a little bit coming in, and we want to be able to, have it continue to come in. So, mark that. Done. And really, our inventory, you can see I set some things going. So these are loading up automatically. I have a little drop off here. So I'm just throwing some things that I don't, think that we're gonna need regular input for, but just basic stuff that you don't want to be caught, not having out in the field. And I'll put more things into there. Reinforced plate would probably be a good idea. Out of that. I'll come back to it. But let's not dilly-dally. A couple of fuel generators. I'm not leaving anything behind important. Nope. And as we run over here and set up these generators, we'll also be able to map out the oil that's in this area, and I'll jot it down on the spreadsheet so you don't have to worry about it. But here we are at the oil facility. And you can see It's all backed up. We're going to fix that right now. So make sure these are flowing in. Oh, yep, plastic's flowing. That means rubber will be close behind. You see it's been backed up. We have not been getting much plastic. We have a lot more rubber. Yeah, we have a lot more rubber because we were splitting the plastic between storage and making the containers for all of these bad boys. But we're good here. So, actually we're not. We need to map out all of the oil. Now we know this is a pure. We have a normal, I believe. Now, last episode, I mentioned that my nemesis was here and that maybe we'd go take a look at her. And I forgot about it. Normal, impure, pure, pure. Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to jot this stuff down. All right. I got it all written down. It's good. Let's do a quick run over here. Where were you? Ah, yes. She lives in this cave. If you are arachnophobic, I suggest you look away. She is a cunning one. She caught me unawares last time, back in season 1. Oh, I see movement. There she is. Oh. Yeah, look at that. She's waiting in ambush. Oh, yeah. She remembers me. Quit dodging. No wonder you're my nemesis. I am not giving her any quarter. You saw how far away she attacked us from. I'm not even going to assume that's the only one. Do I have inventory? I don't have inventory space. No. But we need to get back to our base and get started with what we're trying to do today. All right, ready for our next step in preparation of what we want to get done today. A little earlier, I set this manufacturer up. It's a slow process. Getting ourselves some crystal oscillators because we need those for an unlock. Because if we're going to go exploring, we're going to do it in style. Where's it? Quartz. There it is, the dune buggy, the explorer. Come to Papa. These are fun to drive around. And let's see what's next. You know what? Let's get these Fixmas things unlocked. We need to get these out of our inventory. Fixmas event. The Fixmas tree base. So this is the grand purpose, the goal for the whole event, which is that you build the tree and then through various unlocks, you upgrade it and it becomes a nice, big, beautiful Christmas tree. So that is going to be the first day. And this one is going to give us the ornaments, which is what we'll end up needing to do other things. We need to be able to make candy canes. So we need Fixmas tree branches, which I assume we can now make. Yes, okay. We'll let that run. Fixmas isn't the thing that we're focusing on right now. And we're going to just start exploring, because that's what today's episode's about. Can I repaint this? Oh, I knew I could. Why did I ask? I knew that because I've pre-painted them before. Let's just do nice purple. There we go. Vroom, vroom. Oh, I love this thing. Away we go. Now, of course, we're going to high speed and probably cut a whole lot of this out, especially just getting to the north end of the map because we've been there before, so we've already cleared out a bunch of that stuff. But we do need to stop by the west coast because we need to map out the oil, which means we're not going to go through the middle of the map, which means we probably won't run into a bunch of new wreck sites. All right, here we are at the west coast. These mapped out real quick like. Okay, I know there are a lot more than that. Pure, normal. Let's say normal as well. Are they just not going to show in the fog of war? I don't remember that being a thing. All right, I'm going to explore this area. High speed is just going to not look great, so let's just clear the map a bit and we'll come back. Okay, oh boy, I just made a discovery. I love we were being hunted. You see, they've changed this area. I don't know that we can use it. Come on. So there are oil patches, as there always were, but this, as far as I'm aware, was not ever in early access. I know I didn't use it, which is an oil geyser. And we are not even trying to show the audience stuff. Oh! You know what? You need a spanking. I expected him to die, that's why I stopped swinging. There we go. As I was saying, geysers are pretty far down the tech tree, unless they change the order of things. These, I believe, are past aluminum. Yoink! So, this is not viable. And that would also explain why I'm not seeing a bunch of nodes. Because it looks like they might have taken some of the regular nodes and merged them in with this. And if that's true, then we're definitely not building oil here. Not yet. Not for a long time. We'll uncover the rest of that as we're on our way out, but I think that's it for this area, which means this area is a no-go. So let's head up to the northern spire and see if they did any other changes to it. The northern spire is, or Spire Coast, I think it's called, is right up there. It's weird, you know, seeing this area without all the buildings. The infrastructure, all the trains, all that stuff that we had before. And speaking of trains, if we're having to go this far out, I don't know that we're going to be drawing train tracks all the way back home. Probably not. That's okay, right? Because if we're going to go with the Spire Coast for our oil manufacturing, then that means that we're going to have to kind of reorder our build priorities to where we'll actually start the hub and our warehouse before we start our oil. And that's perfectly fine. That was always a possibility. What we'll end up doing probably is, you know, if we have to build up here, we'll end up, you know, getting the station probably up in this area. But instead of wrapping it around the map to our starting area, we'll actually go and start the hub, connect it to the hub, and then connect the hub to our starting area. So I'm going to keep exploring. We're going to find the oil up in here, and then we're going to make a decision on, you know, is this what we're going to do? Are we in range of the oil? We should be, because it should be up in this area. Oh yeah, we definitely are. Oh goodness, we are surrounded by it. Nice, so pure, normal, that was impure, impure, normal, impure. Okay, this isn't going to be all. There should be more over there. But I'm going to map these out, get these up on my spreadsheet, and get more of the areas explored. Impure, impure, and a normal. Okay. You can see it's really scattered all over the place down here. In fact, I'm just going to update this one. I'm going to head back home. I know we set up to be able to make a train station, but that was only, if things worked out right for us. Things did not work out right for us. But it's okay. We gathered information. That was the whole point to this. And I probably have cut out a lot of the trip, for sake of time. But, we got to where we were going. I might do a little bit more exploring before I go home. But I want to get some things done and start planning out our hub and our train stations a little earlier than I expected to. All right, we are back at home. All right, that'll give us access to the bow. We're gonna need 30 bows, 20 canes. I'm gonna get some of this stuff done off camera between episodes. So you know what, don't worry about this. We got a lot done today. Hopefully I managed to package this down into a small episode. It's part of the experiment. I want to see some data points on how many more people, even click on a video that's shorter, how many more people are gonna watch through the entire video. I know it's only gonna be one data point because we didn't build anything, so it might not be as exciting for people. But, if I wanna get anywhere with a YouTuber, I need to know these things. And we needed to get all this stuff done anyway. So I hope you enjoyed running around the map a little bit with me. I really did not expect what we found. I was really surprised by the changes in the oil. And I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board and really think about our build priorities and commit to a plan of action. Now, nothing has changed in our big plans, but our order of process might have changed up a little bit because of it. But thank you so very much for coming out. I've got a whole lot of work ahead of me, so I look forward to seeing you in the next episode where I can lay out some of those plans and we can continue to move forward. So don't forget to leave a like on the way out, and I will see you then. If you enjoyed this, you may want to check out one of these other videos, and thank you very much for your time.